Here beginneth a new story. Today we begin the journey of the Delph Donkey line. Now this place here used to be the place of a huge parcel depot for Oldham, and over in this distance over here where those trees are, that used to be very massive, and I'm talking really large semicircular type structure which was a warehouse for the railway. And all this land here used to be a massive marshalling depot with lines everywhere. This bridge here is actually all that's left now of Oldham Clegg Street and Oldham Central station. This used to be part of the station itself, and if we look over here we can see now greatly overgrown the line down there. This view clearly shows the layout of the junction. The line to the left, it's Clegg Street station, and this was the Oldham, Ashton and Guybridge Railway junction, so that went over to Oldham, Ashton through to Guybridge. And on the right we have Central Station. You can see the building there, and the bridge that is shown. This is where I was looking at over to see the tunnel portal. So this is a view of the junction, and the line on the right is the one that comes from Oldham, and it goes through the two tunnels through to Werneth station. And you can see actually how vegetation has taken over again. Nature's taking it back. That's the bridge we've just been looking at, but over on this side, if we take a look over the top here, just in the distance you can see the portal of the double Werneth tunnels. It went from Central Station through to Oldham Werneth, and down here, as you can see now, there's the trackbed. I don't know whether it's accessible or not. I'm going to see whether it is. This is a view of Oldham Central Station, and that shows the tunnel portal there leading to Werneth, and this was taken at the time when the tracks were being lifted. And this is the view from the bridge that you've just seen. This is a view of Central Station from the Werneth end. So the line leading off there to just bending to the left, this is the one that takes you from Oldham Central through to Oldham Mumps. Clegg Street station is just on the right. This view shows Oldham Central, and there's a black 5 there just waiting to depart on the way to Werneth station. In the centre of the photo you'll see there is the station building itself, and I've frequented that station many times and bought many tickets on a Sunday morning to go down to Dean Lane, which would let me into the Newton Heath locomotive sheds, and that's what I used to do on a Sunday morning after I've been to Sunday school. I'm going to try this little area here because it looks like from a distance that there's a path going down here. Well, obviously I'm not going to go down there, and you can, if you look closely, you can see this fence in there that's keeping you out. There's a track bed, but it's a massive drop there. It's got to be probably 30 foot. So this bloke ain't going down there, that way anyway. This is a nice shot of number 67417 at Clegg Street, which was pulling a special. There's someone there, I think that's a boy. He looks quite old, but he's taking train numbers, it looks like. And the man on the right is standing at Oldham Central station. Following round from the bridge, you can see here the stonework. This is the retaining wall for the cutting that went down to the Werneth tunnels. There were 2 tunnels. I remember going through them many times. You go through one, you have a little bit of daylight, you go through the next one, and then you're at Werneth station, Oldham Werneth. Beautiful stonework here, by the way. Look how that sticks out. But as you can see, again, not going to be much chance of getting in there. Vegetation is much too dense. I'm getting down near the tunnel end now, but as you can see, there's lots of fencing here keeping people out. It looks a little bit of a rough area as well. To make matters worse, it's just starting to rain. Lots of litter here. Look at all this. It's disgusting, isn't it? Anyway, I'll see what I can see. Again, there's some anti-climb fence in there, so I don't think I'm going to get into the tunnel portal. So I'll come down to the other end where it goes lower, going downhill. See if I can get in down this end. Oh, that's not going to happen either, is it? There's just, that fence is too high, and it's impossible to jump down there. It's still got to be 20 feet down to the track bed. So it looks like that plan B gone out of the window now. That looks like a railway retaining wall as well. That's where I am now. This is a still shot of the bridge number that you just saw from a distance. Now it's numbered ORL/R50B. So if anybody knows what that means, can you please let me know? Just leave me a message. Be interesting to see. I assume that it may be something off the Manchester Transport tram line, but I'm not sure. So if you know, please let me know. Thank you. This is Gas Street Bridge, and this is where I used to come as a kid, train spotting. As you can see now, this was the line. The previous bridge that I was on is just down there. So you can see vegetation as well taken over here, and this is the line of the track here. So I can't actually walk it because I can't get in. But this bridge was in the old 60s film. I think it was A Taste of Honey or something. One of those anyway. But you can see now the line is totally overgrown here. So it would be murder trying to work your way through that lot without a machete. But this is where I used to come, and I used to get what we used to call the 5:30 namer, and it was usually over in that. This was huge, all full of railway lines here. This was a big marshalling area, and where the Matalan was earlier on, which I showed you, that's where the parcels warehouse was. And there used to be a train that used to come and pick up the parcels, and I think it went to the Wakefield area or something, and it was usually a Jubilee and usually a namer, and it was usually by Har and Arissa. So this is all that's left of it now, but it's quite a famous bridge, this Gas Street Bridge. And as you can see now, parallel with the line, they've made this walkway. So I'm going to pick that walkway up a little bit further down the line. Pardon the pun there. Unintended it was. I decided to come down to the other end of Gas Street Bridge, there should be a little ramp down to the right. Yes, there is, I can see it from here. And this is where it was in the film. Somebody came along here and then they walked down this path here. Oh, no walking through there now. And I remember rightly, there was a warning sign or something on this pillar here, and there you can see the fixing holes, those 3 holes. That's what held it on. Somebody must have that on the wall now. So that's it, Gas Street Bridge, and it was so called because the road across now what is the bypass was called Gas Street. I haven't been here since I was a kid, and I'm sure it wasn't as overgrown as this with the trees hanging over and stuff. No 5:30 namer today, I'm afraid. So coming to the end of the bridge now. It used to go straight over across that road, but then they put this new ramp in here, and it went across on those pillars you can see in the road there, and then down that ramp on the other side. Well, that was Gas Street over there, and I always remember there used to be some salt mines there. We used to go playing in it as a kid, climbing up and down. I think it was for the use on the roads actually. So now all we can do is walk parallel with the line. There's another fence down there I can see, so they definitely don't want you getting into that area now. It's well protected, as you can see. So I'm going to walk down to the end of here now, which is parallel with the trackbed, which was over here. If you look closely, you can see the ballast there that was used for the line. I forgot to mention also, when they closed the railway here, this was the route of the new oh there, that's a better view, see. Look what a mess it is now though, with people jumping and stuff like that. It's a disgrace, isn't it? But this used to be Oldham Mumps on the metro tram line. After they closed the railways, they opened it up with the trams, and this was Oldham Mumps. Oldham Mumps was the name of one of the 3 stations in Oldham. There was Oldham Mumps, well actually 4. Oldham Mumps, Oldham Clegg Street, Oldham Central and Oldham Werneth. And if you can see that wall down there in the distance, that is the path that used to lead up to the station. And here in the foreground, this is the car park that used to be for the part of the station itself. And just down in the distance there now, where you can see those traffic lights, that used to be Mumps Bridge. This is the famous Mumps Bridge. Used to say on it, Oldham, home of the tubey grip. Very famous bridge. Everyone knows it was synonymous with Oldham, and it used to have setons on it, which is one of the reasons why Oldham was quite famous for inventing the seating bandages. And over there is a fantastic building, the NatWest Bank. That's where I always used to keep my overdraft in there. And this is a diesel multiple unit waiting to depart in Oldham Mumps Station. This is Oldham Mumps Station, looking in the direction of Rochdale. Just to the right you can see the sidings, and those that's where the line branched off to go to Glodwick Road Station. The canopies there from the Oldham Mumps Station were later used. They were moved to Bury Bolton Street Station and were used also at Rottenstall Station, so they were recycled. This brickwork here is part of the new Oldham Mumps Station when they rebuilt it. There was an old Oldham Mumps and there was a new Oldham Mumps. And you can see there's another pillar over there as well, which would be part of it as well. So it's changed quite a lot round here. Not always for the better, I always say. Listen, those idiots speeding up there, you'd think it was Brands Hatch, wouldn't you? This is what the modernised Oldham Mumps station looked like, and if you can just look to the left there in the distance, you can see the wall that is still extant to this day.